Hi guys, welcome to Alliance War number 2 of the season. This one is versus Cal 30. Again, we get to rematch these. Unfortunately, Legacy, who I don't, there's nothing we can do to make our match happen. I keep wanting to match their alliance, but he's not in Cal 30 anymore. But Seaton still is, so shout out to you, Seaton, and a couple other YouTubers. I think Killer Greens, Killer Beezy's in there, and I don't know, maybe somebody else. But anyway, let's jump into it. I've got kind of an interesting path today. So the first one is node number 4, and it is versus a 6-star mutant champion. Now, you're always going to be able to tell who I face from now on because I'm going to be putting it in the last 4 encounters. So the last 4 will include the 1. So you'll know it's a cable going into it. I don't think that's too spoilery for war videos. It's kind of interesting. So you'll see the last few times I saw a Green Goblin, I saw a Loki, and this is a pretty diversity fight, as you can tell. So we'll get into it. I take in Captain America because I feel like it'll be pretty sustainable. I feel like I'll just be able to take the block damage. I do have Scouter Lens now, so I'm able to scout that this is a cable beforehand. Really enjoying Scouter Lens. I didn't think I would actually have fun with it. I thought it was going to be more of a pain in the butt, but it is very nice knowing who you're going to face. But as you'll see, even knowing sometimes is tricky. Even knowing who you're going to face. You know, the mini bosses are visible always, and those are pretty tricky sometimes to know. Or to be ready for. So I charge my heavy there and then use the special 3 even though I'm on the other side of the map, just because I wanted the fury damage, and you can see that really helps. Look how much damage I did, 38,000 with only 4, so I probably would have killed him if I had 5. But anyway, I go into node 30 versus, there's a Hyperion on node 30, and it's all or nothing, Plague Mine, Strike Back, as you can see. And my plan was to go with Vision and put on the invulnerability boost. I thought that it was going to be impossible to prevent him from launching a special 3 because of the Plagued Mind, right? So the way Plagued Mind works with Vision's signature ability is every single time I get power drained, I get another bar of power back. But it's not always... Well, basically, Hyperion's going to be continuously gaining power during that whole time as well. So I'm not going to be able to get to my special 2 because I don't have a SIG 200 vision. Eventually, I'll have a SIG 200, which will be really nice. But I have a secret weapon this fight, and this time I have maxed the Petrify Mastery. Pacify always was the one I liked to max before. I used to go 1 and then 3 in Pacify, but Petrify I thought was really interesting. I wanted to test this out with the Petrify that Captain gains on other nodes. I wanted to test that out, and I thought it would be interesting for some crazy regen fights that I've been messing around with in the event quest with. So Petrify it is, and there is no Limber on this node, so every time I parry Hyperion, he's going to be gaining less and less power, and a little bit of connection issues going in here. But you'll see that, well, let's just break down this fight as it happens. So I didn't even know there was a heal block on this fight. So anyway, Vision doesn't really need heal block. So the idea is to try and get to a special 2 and burn 3 bars of power as soon as I can. So I do that kind of double medium to time this a little differently, burn the power, and I'm watching the Plagued Mind timer. I definitely want to get another special off. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get another special 2 off. Maybe I could have done it if I had done another double medium. But at this point, he's at 3 bars of power, and I have to use my special 1 or eat a special 3. I do have the invulnerability boost on, but of course, why would I want to waste those charges if I can help it? I'm going to see how long I can keep this cycle going up for. So you can see that when he's stunned, his power gain definitely drops significantly. And Plague Mind's about to hit again, but that means I know my synthesis is coming as well. I do back off, get that parry, and this is just like the ultimate sketchy cycle that I have going on. You can see the power gain, it's significantly reduced. I'm really impressed with that mastery. It's only 30%, but 30% is noticeable. So I'm backing off. I can tell I'm fairly used to, you know, the 5-hit combos and how much power they give. This one was a little sketchy right there, but I get above the 5-hit combo again, and it's just a very delicate balance here. I am prepared to eat a special 3 if I have to, but at this point I'm thinking, you know what, it's actually going to be pretty cool if I can manage to do this. So I'm backing off, I'm parrying as I need to, and just barely get that last special 1 off. I know my synthesis is proccing one more time. It looks like I'm going to be able to do this, and to be fair, you know, I think the next time I might actually leave off the invulnerability boost. I might just put a special 3 defense boost on instead. So really happy with that. Got the solo on the Hyperion, wasted a bunch of 3-minute boost, but it's okay. It's okay. It did take a while to be honest. So I put on a combat regen boost because I scouted. This is a Korg, a rank 5 Korg, and actually. What is it? Cal 30 is sacrificing some diversity points in order to place this Korg, because there was a Korg somewhere else in the map. So, interesting strategy, you know, I mean, if you can get the kill, it's pretty much worth it, but it does give you, it does kind of, the reason we used to do this as well, place a few of the top defenders twice, but what it does is, at least psychologically, it makes it so that you pretty much are always playing from behind the entire game. I don't know. I don't like what it does psychologically to like the morale of the fight. But anyway, I am bringing Emma Frost for the class advantage. I probably should have gone with magic. This fight just is it's just full of opportunity, but also missed opportunities. So right there, if I throw my special 2 right now, somebody was telling me that, oh, right now I could have thrown my special 2. I should have done that instead of hitting him multiple times, but I went for the special 3. First huge mistake of this fight. I didn't, and at the moment I was thinking 2 bars of power, but he actually used a special 2, so he was at no power, and just, you know, it's just a lot to process at the same time. But you can tell my evades are super on point. I'm doing really well with the evades. That's thanks to the maze. I fought that Korg a bazillion times. I'd say, not exaggerating, probably 25 to 30 times I fought that Korg and killed him. So that was a good deal in the maze. You know, he was only a few energy away. I do see that. Oh my god! So that was my second big mistake, right? So the special 3 was the first one. The second one was throwing that special 2 while Rock Shield was active. I just wasn't able to the brain CPU is not running super fast. So you can see I'm throwing heavies, and the reason I'm throwing heavies is it generates more power for me and less power for him. So that's why Emma Frost is good on this node as an attacker. I think she can definitely do this fight, but you can tell I'm gonna time out here, right? I mean, this is getting pretty rough. I can't seem to get the damage. He gets me right there with the bleed. I throw this special 2 with 4 prowess, and I don't get the crit, unfortunately. So I'm desperately trying to get back up to a special 2. I'm using my heavy attacks to gain more power. Emma Frost gains tons of power with those heavy attacks. I have to but Rock Shield goes up again, right? So I have to get rid of Rock Shield. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 prowess here. I just need the crit. Oh my god, the crit would have killed him. He's got that crit resistance, so I thought it was only when Rock Shield was up, so maybe he didn't have the crit resistance, but maybe he's got just built-in crit resistance. I can't remember. But anyway, this is not terrible placement. I think I would have been fine with magic. And then I end up eating a special 1. It's not the end of the world, and then that kind of is the end of the world. So, you know, we're still on this fight here. I'm looking at my roster. You know, I can easily heal up Emma. I have a lot of potions in the stash and everything, but I actually end up deciding to go back in with Captain because I had this idea that, you know, his special 1 could bypass ability accuracy reduction, and if I end up needing to take a lot of block damage, you know, I got the block proficiency, and I don't actually need him for the next fight. So I take in Cap, and you can see me starting off just attacking into him. This is obviously a low sig Korg. Probably a good Korg to place on Power Shield, a low sig Korg. I don't think that's not what you're gaining from Korg on Power Shield. But in any case, this Captain's special 1 is doing enough damage, it looks like, to get rid of here. I still haven't eaten a special one. I think maybe I didn't actually towards the end of that first fight. So I triggered Rock Shield. I wanted to test what that would do when Rock Shield was up. I thought maybe it would like do the damage without using a Rock Shield charge because it bypasses ability accuracy reduction, but it doesn't seem like that's kind of how it works. So anyway, somebody told me after this fight that Captain America's special 2 is energy damage. Korg takes more energy damage, so I probably should have been using the special 2 a little bit more. I take a heavy right there, just, I don't know, just being a little slow. I probably should have also done my heavy attack before that. I'm just a little bit flustered. There's just so much going on in this fight to keep track of, and you can tell my shallow evades are not on point. But it's okay, you know, he gains enough power that I can just push him to a special 2 and bait that. But look at this, I mean, it's already a minute and a half in. I'm in, there's no risk right now of timing out, but jeez, man, I'm just making tons of mistakes. Attack into him right there, big mistake, shouldn't have done that. But it looks like one more special one's gonna do this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look, 1%, I forgot about that. Gotta dodge one more special one, successfully dodge that. I gotta get up to another special one myself. Block this one again, he's unblockable. Man, this is just such a sketchy fight. Somehow I dodged that. It looks like I totally got hit, but I didn't. And yeah, we move on. We have one more fight of this one, and I must have missed. I missed some of the graphics there. You can tell what I'm doing is I'm pulling those from websites, so I'm still kind of like doing that copy paste thing. I have to get all of them, but I can't remember who the most common one here is. I think it might be Iceman. But this time it's a Morningstar, and this is a pretty good fight. People put Morningstar on here because it forces you to bring a double immune instead of just a poison immune, and you know, you can't bring your Medusa or your Hyperion. I mean, you probably would be fine with a Medusa or Hyperion, but this is just a 455 Morningstar, and I think that's why they put her on here instead of a more tricky node. I really like Vision for this node in general. I don't care who's on it. I've seen Sentinels, I've seen Morningstars, Iceman. He's just strong. He's a good matchup for this. He's always able to get that brute force timer off because of the synthesis, and he's always got a special in his back pocket. So that's kind of why he's perfect, and you can see I even healed up for this fight, but I didn't really need to, and I probably could have done away without it. Anyway, this is it for my contribution this war. I'm not taking any more fights. There was a Kinetic Reactor Punisher 2099 boss fight, or a mini boss fight, and then there was a champion boss. And but I didn't get to do either of those. So this is the results of the war. We won the war. We beat Cal 30 again. So we're 2-0 versus these guys. Good war to you guys. You know, a lot of us are, you know, people in our alliance chat are always talking about, you know, going up against the whales and everything, and it is fun. I mean, it's really hard to not feel like the underdog going into a war where basically every single champion in the game is available as a 455, and they just got through gaining an extra 565 champion based off the gifting events, so their defense is very strong, full of 565s. But we pulled out the win by skin of our teeth. I think we tied them in attack bonus, or we may have beaten them by 1 in attack bonus. It was very close, and then they had a few diversity. They duplicated a few defenders, and that pushed us over the edge. So yeah, shout out to you guys, Savage Squad, because we are killing it. You know, it brings us to 1-1 for the season, which I did not update. But look at this. See this? This is what's great about of doing this in Excel, because now I can just update stuff on the fly. It makes it really, really easy. Anyway, that's it for this war, guys. Kind of a long one, sorry for that. I swear I'm gonna lock this power shield node down. I swear, guys, just give me some time. Magic is gonna be on the roster no matter what next time. No matter what. I'm not making this mistake again. I think Emma Frost can do it. But maybe I should have put on that mutant power boost. I totally forgot. I've got tons of those laying around. It's just a lot to think about, guys, right? Okay, take care.